Hey everyone. Hey Dawn.
Hey, Bonnie, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. And Bonnie, I love this topic of working virtual.
Mhm. It has been truthfully, I don't know if I would have embraced it ever had it not been for the COVID season. So I am
Correct.
thankful because it has opened up the whole United States to really be able to just have contact with people that we normally maybe wouldn't be in contact with. And it has just allowed us to have new avenues of income in our business. So I love it
Yes.
too.
Yes.
So, Dawn, when I was a new consultant, I wasn't okay. Let's face it. If you haven't been in the field in a long time, or you haven't done a facial in a long time, or you haven't done virtual ever, the first time you do anything, it's going to feel like you're tripping over your feet because you're going to realize things are like a little haywire. But that's with
Yes.
anything new. So I encourage you, if you want to embrace working virtually, just to give it a shot and give it a chance. The first time you do it, it may not be perfect, not even the second, third, or fourth time, but just know the more you do, the better it becomes. And I always like to do what we call an after action review. So when you work virtually, and let's say you do a Facebook party, a Facebook posting, of whatever it might be, look back at it and learn from it and say, sometimes I'd be like, well, that was really a dumb thing to say, or, oh, that didn't go so good. And I learned from it to make it better. And I kept going on it. And that's how you perfect things like this. So,
Yes.
Dawn, let's say we have consultants that are watching this and they're thinking, well, it sounds intriguing. I have no idea to even how do I even begin? Like, what would you say?
So, Bonnie, there we do have a resource, okay? And my my unit's website is www.dawnwangard.net. And what is your um
It's
unit's website?
www.newman, Neumann, unit, no space or anything, newmanunit.com.
Okay.
And when
And
you
when
go to that website, go ahead, Dawn.
no, I mean, there is just a wonderful um tab that um it'll say resource center, and you click on the resource center, and I think my password is believe.
Mine is team.
um, okay, so click on that, and then it talks about favorite resources, and there's a whole thing that you can click on where it says working virtually. So I'm like, oh my goodness. And if you go there, you're probably going to go, I can't do any of this. But guess what? You don't eat an elephant one bite at a time. Right,
Well,
Bonnie?
as with anything, correct. As with anything, you're going to hear or you're going to see an idea and you're going to go, I could never do that. I don't even want to do that. And then you're going to see something else and you're going to go, oh, I could do that. That's a great way to start. I could
Yes.
do this. I could make my own Facebook group. I could make my own posts. I could ask somebody to have a facial virtually. You're going to see resources that do that. Okay, confession time. Dawn and I, even though we look at our websites and we look at what's in there and we search for things, we did not know until like this morning that there is a tab that says working virtually. So you know what? We're in charge of the website and we don't even know what's in there. So if you feel overwhelmed, if it feels confusing, don't worry because we're all learning together, and that is the beauty of working virtually. So
Well, and
Dawn,
Bonnie,
go ahead.
I think when you say working virtually, there also are some other aspects of that the company has helped us out with, and that's some of our apps. The Skin Analyzer app, there's that
Mhm.
Mirror Me app, and the Customer Shopping app. So if you are talking with somebody, and maybe it's not that you're sitting in front of them, but maybe you're going back and forth via texting, maybe you're private messaging her, you're engaging with her. That's what we're talking about virtually. It's getting connections going, and connections can turn into seeing them in person or sending them samples. But realize that before COVID, we wouldn't have been doing this much virtually.
Yes. 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 There
Right?
is, and we are still learning like different ways to talk to people, different ways to like now when I talk to a customer, I'm like, would you be open to me sending you some samples, some skincare samples? Would you be open to me sending you our color look and just connecting with them that way? And then
Yep.
from there, you can take it as even if they're out of town, if you have a customer that lives, 100 miles away, maybe you don't want to drive to meet her to get together, but you can say, would you be open to me sending you some samples? I'd love to connect with you when you get them. And you could connect with them Facebook Messenger. You can do a little video chat. You can invite them to something that we're doing. You can just meet them on a Zoom, however you feel comfortable and whatever you're learning. Okay, speaking of learning, if you're not engaged in the virtual world, or maybe you've been like, I don't want to do it. Well, you know what? It's not going away. It's going to be part of our life as we go forward, I believe, because it really has changed our businesses. But if you want to learn how to do things, engage your friends in getting together like a virtual happy hour, like friends that are out of town, maybe college friends that you had, maybe friends that, travel south for the winter or whatever it is, and just get together, have your cup of coffee, your favorite beverage, whatever it might be, and just chat, play with it, figure it out. How do you share things? How do you do things? That's how I learned it, is just really playing with my friends. So even if you want to try a virtual facial with somebody, ask a good friend. It could be your neighbor, but say, hey, could we connect virtually so I can learn how to do this? It's the best way to learn is just by doing it. So, and of course you can practice with myself or Dawn. So if you have questions about how to do things, call us up. We'll work with you virtually.
Yeah, I just think it has one more layer of really being able to grow your business. So, yes.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It's
all right,
exciting.
Bonnie.
Okay.
Until next week, I
Until
hope you
next
have a
week.
great day. All right. Thank you.
Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.